Good morning.
Hi, good morning. I'm rocking the eye patches finally. I was like, I need to start wearing these because every morning when I wake up, my eyes are so puffy. I'm like, oh
What did
my
they do for you? It just
gosh.
relaxes it?
I have no idea, honestly. Everybody does it. It's all
Oh,
comparison culture. Everybody's doing it, so I'm gonna do it. No, my mom, my mom had these, so she's like, here, try them. I'm like, okay. So
I
I
have some. I
didn't.
just have never, I don't even know what they do.
Oh, I probably should have done it before and after, right? To see the benefits.
Hmm.
But Aaron, it is Monday. Yesterday we had our first session for our meditation with Heather.
We sure did.
I mean, it was perfect for the most part. There was just one slight hiccup, which we didn't know. Um, so I guess Instagram changed in like mid 2025 that you had to have 1,000 followers to go live. But I mean, why would we even research that before going? Because we know what we're
Unbeknownst to
doing. We
us.
were ready. Yeah. So we get there and Aaron's like, I can't go live. And we're like, what? Why can't? Yes, you can. And then everybody's Googling, searching. Christiane's helping. Yeah, you need 1,000 followers. But you know what? Aaron was like, I'll just go live on Facebook. Thank goodness she
So we
still
caught the
has it.
recording, so that's good.
Yes, we got the recording. Um, and it was so awesome. I was so relaxed. Besides the sun, next time I will definitely have to pick a different spot. The view was gorgeous. So we're definitely going to do another one. We'll plan another one with Heather. But Aaron had some other awesome ideas, like a sound bath. We want to do like workout classes,
Hmm.
just stuff to get everybody together. It was an hour out of my day, like just like getting there, and that's it. And it was so fun just talking to everybody, the support. Thank you to everybody who showed up, who attempted to get on Instagram live. Um, but
Shout out to
yeah, it
Caprice and
was
her
awesome.
husband and her crew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just like that we are doing something that is bringing a community together. I just
Yeah.
enjoy seeing what we pick and like how we all show up together. And if it brings a little bit of positivity to your day, then so be it. I love it. That's what we dreamed of.
Yeah. Oh, it was so awesome. So we did that. Aaron, how like the rest of your weekend, how did it go?
It was great. I had such a relaxing weekend. I watched a lot of football playoffs. Curtis is in a horrible mood. He woke up at 3 a.m. pissed off that the Chargers lost. Not only did they lose, they didn't look good. So that's not great. But Porter had a great soccer tournament this weekend. It was just a busy, again, we're back to our normal schedule. So it was just a busy scheduled
Yeah.
weekend. I got all my workouts in, got up at 7 a.m. or did a 7 a.m. workout yesterday before the
Mm-hmm.
meditation, did a 9 a.m. the day before, did an evening one on Friday. So I'm going full throttle into this.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was the most beautiful sunsets ever. Last night was I had so many paused moments. I know we usually do the three, three, and three, but like, uh, I had so many beautiful, I had to watch the sunrise every night, every morning this weekend too, because Autumn had swim early in the morning. And just, there's something so relaxing and just like, I personally, it makes me feel like the universe is telling me like, look at this picture I just painted for you. If you're
Mm-hmm.
not sitting here in the moment right now, like, I don't know what your life is doing. You know what I mean? So I had so many moments of like, wow, this is everything I've ever lived for. Yeah, I have all these goals of like getting to all these levels and all this stuff, but like, really, like, that's what life is about. And I had so many stopping points in my life this weekend that showed me that just in the meditation, and just having my community be there, having us a part of the community. And then, like, I haven't seen the soccer families in a long time. I got to catch up with so many girlfriends on the sideline. It was just so nice. So yeah, anyways, I just had a lot of really good moments this weekend.
Awesome. I
Yeah.
love that.
Hmm.
I went to the movies. I watched Primate. 8 out of 10. I recommend watching it. It was really good. And
One thing
What
we have
else?
realized about Raylene's movie reviews is she's not very critical.
Oh, it was
She
so
likes
good, you
almost all
guys.
movies.
I know. I really do. You got to give it a chance. I think is that my only other besides the meditation? It was good. I had an awesome weekend. Oh, Costco run Friday. Yeah, it was perfect.
Yeah,
I
you had like a
honestly, I
family thing,
think the
didn't you? Did you guys have like a family dinner or something?
Oh, no, the breakfast. That's right.
Oh,
How did I
breakfast. Yeah,
forget Downtown
breakfast.
Disney?
Hmm.
Yes, we met up at Downtown Disney for a breakfast burrito. See, that's why it's probably better now I'm on social media because I can look back and say, "Oh yeah, I did do that," because my memory, how do I not even remember what I did Saturday morning? Downtown Disney, breakfast burritos. That was so fun. We beat the rush. It wasn't even crowded. It was so nice.
Love
And
it.
like Aaron mentioned, the weather has been perfect here.
Hmm.
Oh, I mean, the sun was out even yesterday. Like the sun just felt so good.
It did.
So it was an awesome weekend. Yeah, I
Yep.
was rested. I was ready for this morning, honestly. I was like, oh, all right, let's do this.
Yeah, I was ready. I was like,
So
yes, let's go film.
that means I had a restful weekend. All right, so let's jump into weigh-in. Well, my weigh-in. So today's the first week I gained weight, point
Oh,
0.9. Yeah, point
point nine.
0.9. Point 0.9. I totally was expecting to lose, and I was like, oh, all right. I've been consistent with my
Are you gonna
workouts,
start your
um,
period?
tracking everything. I don't know. I have to check it's on my phone. I have to check my phone. But yeah, I was like, all right. I mean, honestly not bummed about it. I'm like,
Not
okay, I'm
phased.
gonna stay. Yeah, because again, it could be the water, but I'm just gonna keep consistent with what I've been doing. And
Yep.
hopefully this coming week it'll just drop off.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, how are you feeling, Aaron? Like with the
I feel
peptides,
great.
how are they going?
What'd you say?
With the peptides.
Oh yeah, they're still going. I don't know if it does
Okay,
anything
good.
to me, to be honest with you, but whatever. I mean, honestly, my workouts are tough, but I don't feel the soreness
Yeah.
after. I mean, I do in certain, like, my back is sore right now because we were doing a lot of back yesterday, but like, um, yes, I feel like I worked out, but it's not as like I can't like, oh, I don't even feel like going to the gym again because my body hurts so bad. So I
Yeah.
think it does a lot for my muscle recovery for sure.
Oh, good.
So that alone feels good. But yeah, other than that, I haven't stepped on a scale in a while, so I am kind of curious to see. I should be starting my period this week, but I want to see if I have gained or lost. I've been really weighing everything I eat. Um,
Yeah.
Even eating out, I'm trying to think. Did I eat out? Oh yeah, we went to In and Out on Friday. I just had it with no buns, but even then, I did have French fries. I shouldn't have. It went over my fat limit, but um, Saturday, the kids ate out and I had El Pollo Loco. I just had like chicken and a
Hmm.
salad. Um, yeah,
I
I've just
love
been
El Pollo
really,
Loco.
it's like the healthiest one, I swear.
Yeah,
Um,
I love it.
and then at Chella's, we just had the fajita bowl, but like I only ate half of it. So yeah, I've been very conscious about what I'm putting into
Hmm.
my body. If I'm working this hard at the gym, I want to be seeing my results, you know? So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, I feel really good. I don't care really much about the scale, but I just know that I'm doing all the things that should be losing
Yeah.
weight, so I should be losing weight. I don't feel like it. I don't feel
Chella's,
like I like changed my
love
body at all.
that fajita bowl, the chips and salsa. I love
Mm.
Chella's. And we went to the new location. Well, that was my first time at that location. It's so perfect.
Yeah.
Everything's delicious. Um, well, let's go into our topic then. Today we're going to discuss benefits of being healthy with money. There's a lot of benefits, you guys, and there's a downside when you're not. Um,
Have you
I'm
ever
trying to
not
think how
been
we
good
jump
with
into
money
it.
versus making the
Oh,
decision to be better?
one, yeah. Oh, 100%. I
What is
mean,
that shift in your mind and why?
shift in my mind.
What made you change?
It was probably when you took me to Dave Ramsey. I mean, I was fine with money, but I never really did a budget. So I think budgeting,
Got it.
um, yeah, just seeing kind of exactly. So, okay, so if everybody doesn't know what is budgeting, so Aaron took me to the show with Dave Ramsey, and he talks about, money, how to get out of debt, um, not leasing, not borrowing money. And one big thing is budgeting. So a monthly budget. Um, he has an EveryDollar app. It's free, but a monthly budget. And what you do is there's categories. You place every single thing in a category. As you purchase stuff, you're going to go in and you're going to say, this is how much I spent under this category. Like I'm very specific with it. Like when
Mm-hmm.
my gas line is like when I put gas in my car, when Fred puts gas in his, like very specific.
Mm-hmm.
So what that does, you guys, is by the end of the month, it's a place for where does all your money go, and you can see the trends. Like in restaurants, for example, let's say I put this month, I think we have like 500 because we have Alyssa's birthday and we're going out, like we're eating out. So again, every month is going to be different. And you can make your categories. But if you go over and you see the trends, that's when the next month, when you're planning your budget, you can be like, oh my gosh, we ate out way too much. Or, oh my gosh, my Target trips this month were a little bit excessive. And then it gets you back into plan on where your money should go. And it has a savings line. I mean, I highly recommend. It's a free app, and it was really eye
Mm-hmm.
opening for me to be like, where is my money going? And before, it was all the little things. It was the Target, it was Costco, but like Costco going and just buying bulk a bunch of stuff that I'm like, okay, we don't even need this much bulk stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like we just really get the necessities. Um, so yeah, it was like since then, because before that, it was spending the money, like we had it to spend it, but not keeping track of where any of it went.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of like it's coming in and out, it's going out, but where is it going? So my
Mm-hmm.
biggest thing was the change was the budget. It takes
Mm-hmm.
30 minutes when I sit down and do it. It'll copy over from the previous month, and then I just adjust to what's happening this month, what's going on
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
in our lives. What about you, Erin?
So, I remember sitting on my couch over here when I made the decision. It was Candy, actually, my sister-in-law introduced me to the Dave Ramsey book, and I don't even know if she used it or not, but she was like, "Oh yeah, I heard this
Yeah.
thing works. Why not?" Because I kept asking people that were good with money or that did well. I was like, "Hey, how did you guys learn how to budget? Like, how did you guys do an Excel spreadsheet? How did I like Excel spreadsheets?" So to me, like I'm a numbers, like let's figure it all out. And she was the one who taught me like really like a structured way to be intentional with your money before you spend it. That's the whole point. Is like you're
Mm-hmm.
giving yourself a number, an estimated number of what you think you're going to spend in that category every month or even just per month. So I remember having this conversation with Curtis because Curtis made good money. And I was just like, I'm not making enough money. I need to get another job. I need to get another job. And Curtis was like, Aaron, you make really good money. And I was like, no, I don't, because I don't have any money in our account. And at this point, both of our money were separate until we
Mm-hmm.
got married. And so I remember saying, no, he's like, let's just go through the finances and let's write it all out and see how much you spend. And I was spending like almost $2,000 a month on just eating out because I didn't cook at the time. And I was like, whoa. And he's like, that's your income right there. He's like, not that I only made 2000, but I was just like, to me, I was like, oh, I do make the money. I just spend the money. So then I was like, wait,
Yeah.
hold on. What if we put our money together? What if and he was kind of hesitant because he was married before and didn't like the idea of like doing that again, whatever. So I was just like, listen, that's a non-negotiable for me. If we're going to be married and I'm going to trust you with my life and my kids' lives, like I better be able to trust you with
Mm-hmm.
our spending. So,
Mm-hmm.
which is a funny thing because like one of our biggest fights was about a situation in spending. So, anyways, uh, Yeah, so that was when I first really got into the mindset of like, oh, I should know where my money's going to go before I spend it. And therefore, I could know how much I'm going to be saving and how much I'm going to be. And I love to see our savings account grow. So I handle most of the finances. Like, yes, we have the same bank accounts, but. I'll bring you to the point where I got in the biggest fight with Curtis. Um, he was and so we have an agreement. If we spend anything over, I think it's 500, um anything over 500 has to be discussed first. And so even if it's a present, um and we really don't do large presents like that anyways, because I would never
Mm-hmm.
ask him to buy me a $3,000 purse when I'm like, oh, we could have
Right.
doubled our mortgage in that one time, you know what I mean?
Right.
So anyways, I we are very big on sitting down and figuring out what we're going to be spending on. And it just brings you together versus like, oh, that's your account and that's your account and that's your account. Like, it's kind of like you're individually separate, but we'll come together and do a budget, which is fine. But I also think it's really healthy to be like a team decision for
Yeah.
this instance where Curtis decided to go, I really need to get my engine built on my old car. And I'm like, okay, talk to the guy. You know how much money I don't like. We don't like spending money on these like careless things that don't care about our, like, that don't matter to our family.
Yeah.
So he's like, don't worry about it. I've got it. And I'm like, okay. He comes to me one day and says, all right, my truck's done. I'm going to go pay for it. I'm like, all right. He calls me and he's like in a panic. And I'm like, what? And he goes, oh my gosh, it's $10,000. And I was like, what? I go, so you didn't talk about a budget with the guy? You didn't say, hey, cap it at 2,000 or whatever you wanted to spend? And he was like, I didn't even think about it, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, hold, how dare you make that decision for me? How dare you? I was so pissed. Like, I told him, I was like, hey, you're walking on the line of divorce here, because if you're just going to go off and make decisions like that, and I've worked my ass off, both
Yeah.
of us have worked our ass off for that money. You don't get to make that decision for me. And so I remember one of my coworkers was like, well, make him pay for it. And I'm like, it comes out of our account. There is
Yeah.
no his and mine. So it hit both of us, and he had to figure out how to make that up as soon as possible, because I'm like, you better figure out a plan for this better. And obviously
Mm-hmm.
we had to pull it out of our bank account, and I was just like, how dare you? And so I think that hit him just as much as it hit me, of like, holy crap, that's reckless. That is so reckless to make that
Yeah.
decision for our family. And so
Yeah, that's like a big like ouch. Like even just passing that money over or seeing, the bank account
literally.
just
Yeah, because I'm not going to put that on a
ugh.
credit card or anything. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
you are going to empty our bank account to $500
Yes.
right now, just because
Yeah.
you wanted an engine built, and you wanted to be
Yes.
impulsive and not sit down with the guy and give him a structured price of what you were willing to spend. That's on you. Now you get to watch your kids.
Yeah.
And I went in on him. I'm like, now your kids are going to starve because you decided to go build an engine. I was so pissed. But
Oh my God.
oh, it was like, no,
Wow.
because he's like, let's just put
Yeah.
some on the credit card and let's do, and I'm like, nope, nope, pull it out of our bank
Yeah.
account. I want you to see it empty. Yeah, no, you get to feel that. If it hits different when it
Um,
comes out of your bank
that's
account than it does a
oh
freaking
yeah,
credit
for
card.
sure. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. And I mean, like
Um,
I know the Ramsey, the method, and there is stuff like, I mean, I don't follow it 100% where they say no credit card. I have like my credit card that I have reoccurring charges and then I just transfer it over, or if I use it for
mm-hmm,
something. I mean, I still have that.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, it is like our money is our money. Of course, if I want to purchase something, I discuss with Fred prior because I mean, it's our money. It's the
Okay,
same account. Yes.
because in my relationships, and this goes for my girlfriends, my coworkers, for everybody, I am
Mhm.
transparent, so I expect transparency to me.
Yeah.
If
Yes.
you want your own hidden thing that I can't see, or like you just want to have your own agenda and then I'll like
Yeah.
guess if you're saving for a 401k, like, no, I like, this is us. This is our
Yeah.
family. This is our future. This is like, because
Mhm.
otherwise it's like, oh, you have your own different future that's separate from us. Like, that's weird.
Yeah.
So I need
Oh, well,
full
you know what?
transparency in
I'm
all
sorry.
aspects.
Yeah, and you know what? I am not even I'll be 100% honest. So, we have our bank account together, but my car
Hmm.
that I'm purchasing is my school's first. So that is like
Hmm.
but on our budget, it has how much I'm putting to the car. Fred knows exactly what is going towards it,
Yeah.
and that's going through there. But yeah,
Listen,
but
Curtis is on
yes,
everything. Does he know how much
yeah,
we put into into everything? No, but I'll sit there and tell him, "Hey, I already told you this is how much we're putting." Because I like to over. Because when we
yeah,
bought our car, um,
yeah,
yeah, I was like, I don't like having debt, so I'm like, no, I want a used car. I don't want anything crazy, and so I want my payment to be this, you know. And if we can't,
yes,
then lower the type of car, whatever. I don't care.
yeah,
So I double our payments
yeah,
every month. I don't like having just I'm just going to do the minimum payment. Like I'm like, no,
right,
put everything that we have left over in our bank account goes to the debt, you know? So
yeah.
every month it changes. If we make more money, then I put more money to it, you know?
But that's a
But
good
he'll
point.
see
Do you
it.
find as I'm getting older, because so my previous cars, I've had like Toyota, love my little Scion, and then I got into a lease because I was like, oh, let me try a lease. I'm not sure what car I want, so I leased super cute Lexus hatchback. Love that car too. And then I was like, okay, I'll get into another lease, but then COVID hit. So now I'm purchasing this car and I can't think of anything else, Erin, but paying off this car
Hmm.
so that I do
Same.
not have like it is I
I don't want a payment.
whatever I yeah. And I think
Every
like
time I make
even
that payment, it pisses me off. I'm always like, oh, why do I have a payment?
because
Like I
that
could have,
money, yes, that is
yes,
exactly what I think because that
I think about
extra
it all the
money
time. Every time I make
can
it.
go towards and then I think again, I shouldn't dwell on the past, but I do think why did I get whatever anybody wants to do, I respect whatever decision anybody makes. This is just me in my mind right now and what my mindset is. I am like, damn, I could have already had a paid off car if I would have just,
Agreed.
you know, yeah.
Agreed.
But that's where my mind is, where I'm just like, I don't want to have a pay like just thinking now, and it could be also because when I hit 40, I'm like, I want to be comfortable. I am comfortable, but I want to be comfortable in my mind where I don't have a car payment and it's just money I feel like I'm throwing away.
Well, and
Like
I'm
that.
thinking about that, like, okay, if I can afford
Damn.
to put that to a payment, let's say it's $1,500, okay? If I'm putting $1,500 to a car payment, I could be saving $1,500 a month. I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
want to be throwing this away. Like, that's literally throwing my money away. So I'm like, I
Exactly.
would rather, I'm such a saver that I'm like, I'd rather see that grow in my bank account than go to something else.
Mhm.
Like, no.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think it's like a team building situation. It's if I win, you win. Like I think success
Yeah.
is felt better when it's together, you know? I don't see his I don't see my successes or anything as not his. Like I'm
Right.
like
Right.
when I'm dreaming of a future, I'm like how can I get us there? Like what are we both going to look
Right.
like? What is he going to look like in that space? How you know what I mean? Like I'm not the
Yeah.
only
Oh
one
yeah.
in this game. I'm like, no, what are we going to look like when we're there, you know? Because I really like
Absolutely.
to vision it.
When I'm getting ready for work in the morning and I'm like, I'm gonna go get this bread. It's like it's for the family. It's for all of us. It's so we can have the life that we want.
Yeah.
Same for Fred when he's like when he's logging in, when he's on his meetings, like we are on. It's the same goal, same end goal.
And I really do believe like how we structure our lives, like how I'm being disciplined with like with fitness, how to be disciplined with
Mm-hmm.
nutrition, how to be disciplined with like having a healthy
Yeah.
mindset. All of these things are so intentional in your everyday. You have to have intention in your everyday. And you can't just
Right.
be sloppy with finances. Like you got to clean it all
Right.
up. If you're going to be intentional with everything else, you need to be, because if you are not intentional with your finances, it will get
Mm-hmm.
sloppy, it'll get stressful, an
Mm-hmm.
emergency will feel like a disaster, like
Mm-hmm.
it is critical, you know, and
Yes.
if you can just how we talk about in our health, think about the future, your finances should be the same, you know, because that,
Yeah.
again, how we said when, if you don't make a workout, how it sits in the back of your mind and it gives you stress throughout the day because you didn't do
Yeah.
it. Finances can feel the same. It's just that burden that's in the back of your mind that you're like, oh, I'm not working towards anything. I need to be better at that. I
Yeah.
need to be better. You know what I mean? It's like that when when
Okay.
you
So
are looking at your
quick
finances
story.
every month. Yeah.
Let me tell you what I did. Okay, so
Tell me.
because I do now think I don't return stuff. Like if I get something, it's something that I wanted and I won't return it. But before the new year, I was at Target and I was like, okay, like I have my list when I'm going to go to Target and I'll go off of what I'm getting. But I was in the aisle and I saw the New Year's, like, oh, little New Year's hats and, like cute
Mhm.
stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, let me get a couple things for New Year's. Like, so we're going to be casual at home and relax, but I wanted us to have hats and stuff. So I purchased
Mhm.
a few things. And so then when I left Target, the guilt of where I was like, why did I get that? That wasn't on my list. This is in my mind. This is how like I'm just like
Stop.
I want to stick to my list. I was like, we don't need that. I'm good. And I returned the freaking. It was $20, but I was like, we don't need it because we're not gonna do anything. Like, so I don't need to spend that extra
Raylene.
money. I know, and I returned it.
That
Yeah, I
is
felt,
so
but my mind was so much better after. It was really on my mind where I was like, why did I buy something that wasn't on my list and that I really do not need? Like it really bothered
damn.
me.
Okay, discipline.
I know. I was like, so that's why now I think that mine's, well, I mean, I gained point 0.9, but it's not whatever, but my mind is really set too on my weight loss goals, where
Yes.
something just like switched, where I was like, Raylene, you've been so consistent. Why are you, going off track now? So yeah, that was
Right.
just a funny. I was seriously, it was bothering me until I returned it. And then
That
it was
is
a
so
relief. I was like,
funny.
all right. Yeah. Oh my God,
Never
crazy.
mind. I've got my shit together.
No, yeah.
But
It's
yeah, I
like,
really, yeah, like I feel like I mean, if you really do that, I mean, I'm not saying you really, I'm saying people in general.
right. No, yeah.
I know people that overspend everywhere. Like it's crazy. Like they have to buy something every place they go. And I'm like, oh, I can't even imagine. I'm like, nope, nope, nope. Like I say no to everything.
Yeah.
No, I don't like spending. But it's
Yeah.
good for the kids to talk. We talk about this with the kids too. Like they are
Mhm.
very conscious about spending, and like I'll give them a gift card. They get gift cards for Christmas and for their birthdays and stuff. So I'll be like, here, just spend $20 when you're in there, because Target can get out of control if you don't. And so,
No,
um,
yeah,
it's so
exactly.
it I remember Autumn got a bunch of gift cards for her birthday and she's like, "Mom, can you take me shopping?" And I said, "Yeah." So I took her shopping and I said, of course, if she wants something, in my mind I'm like, if she goes over her budget and she's got a balance, I'll just cover it, whatever. It's not a big deal. But I
Mhm.
didn't say that to her. I was just, she had like a lot of money in different stores. So every store she was checking the price tag. Every store she was like, "Do you think this is worth the $50?" And I'm like, "It's up to you, kid. It's, maybe try it on, see how it
Yeah.
feels. Do you want to get one thing or do you want to get three things? It's like one of those things." And she's like, "Okay." And so she
Yeah.
like first store spent all the money and didn't go over budget. Second store, and I was like, whatever, I'll just anything she doesn't get, anything she goes over, I'll just buy the balance, right? Nope.
Yeah.
She did the entire day. She spent all of her money without going over, and she was so proud of herself. She's like, "Mom, I did it. I didn't even have to ask you for anything. Like, I did this all on my own." And I was just like, the proudness that she was. I go, "Autumn, this is how it's going to
Yeah.
feel when you live on your own and you pay your own bills." I was like, every time you have to pay your rent check, every time you have to pay the
Mhm.
electricity, you're going to feel so proud of yourself. Like I did that and I didn't even have to ask my mom. I was like, that feeling that you have right now is how you're going to feel when you're independent and you're on your own and you don't have to ask your parents for anything. And I said, that's what
Yeah.
Alyssa's doing right now. And so she was like, I can't wait to do that. Like she was so excited that she stayed on a budget. You know what I mean? And I was
Yeah,
like,
that's great.
yeah,
Yes,
she's
that's
very conscious about it.
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a great experience for her.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. And I don't like
there's months, yeah. Mhm.
well,
Sorry.
because when we go shopping and stuff, I'll be like, "No, we're not. I came here for this. I'm not waving off of that." And I was like, "You're asking me to go $30 over my budget? Like I make everything kind of a big deal. Like that's a lot of money." And Autumn's like, "Oh my God, that is a lot of money." Because she knows like if she gets cash or whatever, she'll get like $100 for her birthday or another $100. So she's got
Mhm.
like a couple hundred. I'm like, that's like, imagine how quickly your money would be spent if you just bought that every single time. And she's like, "I know, you're right.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll give you cash for this when I get home." So I kind of make it a felt thing, not because if you're not feeling your
Mhm.
purchases, then you really don't care. I make them
Right.
feel their purchases. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. I've told you whenever Dave Ramsey's back, hopefully he's back in Orange County or local, I want to go again.
Yeah,
because that
you
was
want to
a fun
go?
experience. Yeah.
It's so motivating.
But for our yeah, for all of our friends, if you don't budget, you don't budget. Totally fine. But I
Yeah, no
do
judgment.
recommend trying it though, if you want, even for the upcoming month, for February. Just try and do a budget if you want. We could share like on our discussion,
Yeah,
or
we do
when this is edited, Aaron, we could do a picture of
a picture of it.
the Every
Yeah,
Dollar
it's
app.
called Every
Yeah,
Dollar. The Every Dollar app,
it's free.
super
And
easy.
even yeah, just line by line, I just go and I'll
Mm-hmm.
put, what each
You
thing
can
is.
even
So I mean, try it.
you could buy the app too, and you can link your
Oh,
bank accounts with it, and then it does it for you. But you'll see real quick and how honest you have to be of like, oh my gosh, I spent that much on food. I spent that much on this. It's crazy how quickly you see it all add up.
yes. And also one thing I want to do, I think I'm going to do it in February. Well, not think, I want to do a February no spend challenge where you
Like
just
on
use what you
anything.
have. No, it's just within your four walls. Like if you need stuff for the house, like if I need shampoo or like basics, like body soap or whatever, I can get that. But like no, eating out, or
Mm.
no new clothes, like like just you're gonna stick to what you have for the month. Rachel Cruz talks about it. So I'll do more research on that and I could discuss that in another episode, like a no
Ooh, we
spend
should do it in
challenge.
February because it's the shortest
Yeah,
month out of
I
the
think
year.
that'd be
Let's try
fun.
it.
I
I'll do
Okay,
it
I'll
with
do
you.
the research on it with
Yeah.
all the points, and then we can do that together. I think that'll be fun.
Yeah, let's do it.
But Aaron, any other final notes on this topic, or anything for our listeners?
No, I wrote down some like some negative things that can happen if you don't. Like,
Yeah.
I wrote down
Oh yes. No, yes.
these are just
We
things
didn't
that
touch
like
on that.
Curtis and I used to fight about or whatever. Like we would do a tit for
Yeah.
tat. Like, well, you're spending this, well, I'm gonna buy this, and it's like you
Yeah.
kind of go at each
Been
other about
there.
it.
Yes.
So annoying. I
Yep.
hate that. Um
Yep.
it's again, I said the transparency thing, like it's easy to hide issues,
Mhm.
overspending, over, retail therapy. It's so easy to hide
Mhm.
that stuff, but when you actually have to confront each other every month about it, it's like, I might as well just stick to the damn plan. Um, I used to be very impulsive. I used to, yeah, like I said, the emergency, that was a big thing for me because you have three kids. Um, us having an emergency fund, that Curtis actually had to pull that $10,000 out of our emergency fund, which felt like we took forever to try to build it. So it pissed me off that he just even did that. So, anyways, the emergency fund, when you have that cushion, we already had paid off all of our debt by COVID. So when I didn't have an income, and Curtis was working at this time, he was up in Northern California, but we
Mhm.
really didn't we didn't scramble. Like I didn't feel suffocated.
Yeah.
I would have like freaked out if I had debt and I had to do all this, and took
Mhm.
away my income. So um, that didn't feel as big of a deal when you have an emergency fund. Let's see. Yeah, you get really reactive when you're stressed out about finances. And there was a lot of little fights all the time. And we don't fight about finances ever anymore, other than like, how do we want to spend our savings, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so I just felt like a lack of security. I wrote that down. Lack of security. I was stressed out. I was reactive. The emergency fund thing really like that set me all the way off.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then all the benefits is I love to be transparent. That's my biggest thing in life. Success should be shared with my spouse. I love the fact that I can
Mhm.
grow. I really want to retire Curtis. That's like a weird goal of mine. I want him to be retired by 55. Like if he could give up his career by 55, that means I have to like invest in the right things to make sure that we can do that. And that's been a goal of mine forever. He's worked his ass off for us for so many years. That is just a goal of mine. Um, we have a mentality of us versus the world. I like to be intentional with all of our plannings. Um, yeah, so and I want to build generational wealth. I want to be able to continue this for my kids. I want how we are structured and how disciplined we are is going to teach our kids to be the same. So I feel like if I can do it, then they will watch and they will want to do it. And I watch my parents do the same thing. And finances were never fought about, but it was always discussed and it was a structured plan. It was never um, a tit for tat. It was never a separate thing. My mom,
Mhm.
she helped build my dad's companies and stuff, but for the most part, she was like a stay-at-home mom when I was younger, and it was never thought about as his money versus her money. Hell no, that woman would never be okay with that. And they've
Yeah.
been retired for so long that, yeah, it's them together. But I am thankful that I saw that. I watched that happen in my life, so I just felt like, oh, that's going to be how I am. When you're a little kid and you recognize one day, like, wait, why don't I make the same amount of money that my parents made? Like, I don't understand. Why am I not there yet? My sister and I talk about this, like, oh, well, we didn't really know like what our parents did. We were like, holy crap,
Yeah.
when we become an adult and we have our own houses and stuff, we're like, oh, we're doing really well. But we're like, wait, hold on. Mom and dad were like done by this age. Like, how did that happen? So
Yeah.
it's interesting. Yeah, they just never talked to it. It was just like, oh yeah, this is just what we're gonna do. Um, anyways, I think that our relationship has gotten so much stronger because of it. That is one thing that both of us are so in power on, that it is like it's just him and I are on the same page on every aspect of our marriage. And so to me, I'm like, that would be a detriment to our relationship if he wasn't, or if I wasn't
Yep.
with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great points. Awesome. All right, everybody.
Yeah.
Well, Aaron, yeah, definitely the what will happen or issues if you do not take care of where your money goes.
Yeah. Again,
There is
I try to minimize
there's
the stress in my life. That's my
yes,
daily
agreed.
motto.
Same. Well, everybody, if you're interested and you want to just, test a budget out, let us know. I mean, February, and we're going to do a no spend challenge. So I'll look up all the details and we can do
Hmm.
it together.
Yep.
But reach out. Let us know if you have any questions or any other topics. Aaron, thank you so much for sharing. This was awesome.
Yeah.
We'll see everybody on Wednesday. Bye.
Bye.